Ooh, Wack 100 is in big trouble, gang. He just got backdoored by none other than DJ Akademiks' assistant, Grand Wizard. Yeah, the Chinese/Australian guy. Your cook champ, he just revealed the photo that one of Tee Grizzley's goons got at the airport of Wack 100 going through TSA. This might not seem like a big deal, but it's a big deal. Reason being, nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever gotten Wack 100's whereabouts in public when he is not online ever in life. But Tee Grizzley's peoples pulled it off. Tee Grizzley is running a very massive play, and this play will get Wack 100 backdoored in even more diabolical fashion. Oh, champ. Run up these likes, Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share the video, and most importantly, make sure you hit that hype button, because hype points help the channel in a major way. So if you would, hit that hype button if you could, please. Listen, Wack 100 is in big trouble, man. This is absolutely insane. See, Wack 100 just had a situation where he was at the airport and he was being trailed by one of Tee Grizzley's goons. Of course, he crashed out. I've spoken upon it multiple times, and now it's official that he just got backdoored by Akademiks' assistant, Grand Wizard. And now the picture of him at the airport is just floating around now. Actually, it's really a taunt, because if we're being honest, like, we can't forget that Tee Grizzley called Akademiks and made threats towards Wack 100. Now remember, I said that, listen, if it comes to a point where Akademiks finds himself to be in danger when it comes to Tee Grizzley and Tee Grizzley's team, then he will definitely backdoor Wack 100 1000%. And I'm starting to realize that, if Akademiks would backdoor Wack 100, why wouldn't Akademiks' assistant also do the same thing? See, Akademiks wants to pretend to be gangster until gangster stuff starts happening. And Wack 100 really doesn't know how to handle this, because nobody has really taken it this far when it comes to Wack 100's disgusting antics of creating fake paperwork and fake allegations of people being rats. But Tee Grizzley's team does not want to get off of Wack 100's bumper anytime soon. Apparently, it's gonna be bumper to bumper traffic from now on. And this madness will not stop anytime soon, because Tee Grizzley and them are not gonna rest until something allegedly happens to Wack 100, and I'm saying that for educational purposes. Wack is not really in a position to protect himself like he thinks. Once someone knows about Wack 100's whereabouts and decides to actually follow him, stalk him, trail him, and etc., he really won't have a choice except to contact the police. But then contacting the police really wouldn't work in his favor, because nothing has actually happened yet. In fact, nothing illegal has taken place until it can be proven that it took place. Tee Grizzley is incredibly smart by threatening Wack 100 in third party versus actually speaking to Wack 100, because he understands what he has to do to win here. Now, does this mean that Tee Grizzley is gonna do something incredibly illegal in order to get to Wack 100, in order to stop Wack 100's nonsense? Listen, I'm not saying that whatsoever, but I also don't believe that Wack 100 is in the safest situation either. If you can be traced at the airport, champ, you can be traced anywhere. By the way, how in the world did Tee Grizzley know which airport Wack 100 was gonna be at unless he had that man's itinerary? How in the world did he know? And who in the world does Tee Grizzley know? We must remember that Tee Grizzley is a millionaire. Tee Grizzley is younger than the usual suspects that Wack 100 will indeed target when it comes to creating fake narratives of them being the police or being rats and etc. to tarnish their image. Tee Grizzley is not these other guys. He might be willing to actually crash out behind these false allegations. It seems like Tee Grizzley is not about to play this type of game with Wack, and he's about to show Wack how they get down in Detroit. So Wack can do all the running he wants. At some point you have to go to bed, champ. I'm just gonna say that. And it's not looking too hot for you right now. It's not looking too good. Listen, man, it looks like Tee Grizzley and his team is incredibly serious, and they're trying to run a very strategic play here in which you really wouldn't know where the attack would be coming from if said attacks were to transpire. Wack 100 is having an incredibly hard time facing reality right now, and he really doesn't even know what to do, so he just dances. He dances, champ. Y'all see him dance. That's all he can do now. All he can do is this. What is he gonna do? What is Wack gonna do? Wack can't do nothing except dance, champ. Alright, give the feds a sign. Look, I'm getting jiggy, feds. Help! Help, champ. Help me. I'm in trouble. Wack knows that he's in trouble. Alright? Akademiks knows that Wack 100 is in trouble. And guess what? If it comes down to it, Akademiks has to backdoor Wack 100 because he cannot defend himself if Tee Grizzley or Tee Grizzley's people want to do something to him. Evidently, Akademiks has to literally allow Wack 100 to get dragged. Now, he can beg and plead all he wants to tell them to stop, but then, you know, it kind of gets to a point where, hey, champ, you might be in this too. We might have to come see you as well. We may have to trace you down and track you down. We may have to do that. And when it comes to that, that is exactly when Wack 100 will get backdoored. But I believe that it did come to this point because, again, Akademiks said that Tee Grizzley called him 3 times at 8 a.m. in the morning verbatim, and that could only mean that he is out here looking for blood. But Wack right now was in a very lose-lose situation, and I don't think people really understand that. I don't think people realize that Wack 100 might be in a very dangerous situation more than what people can actually grasp at this point. People have to understand that when you call a street person a rat, and you don't have no real paperwork to prove these things, champ, you are liable to touch some gates, quote unquote, and those gates might be upstairs, champ. Alright, you are liable to go upstairs if you are to just sit up there and say, hey, he's a rat, and I'm gonna make up paperwork with Google Docs to prove that this person is a rat. You cannot do that, and there are severe consequences that come with doing that. So we can laugh and joke and just call a bunch of people police all we want. You can go up here and act like everybody's a rat all you want. The moment that you try to put it out there that that person is a rat, and you're trying to tarnish their image, and you don't have any proof that that person did what they did, and that person is a very stand-up individual, I just want you to know that you should probably count your days, because everybody is not playing that game. Yeah, some old heads might let this thing slide, but we ain't talking about people that's old. You playing an incredibly dirty game and risk your livelihood when you try to paint people as something that they're literally not. Tee Grizzley is not a rat, okay? He isn't a rat. Wack 100 created fake paperwork to try to make him look like a rat, and now he's paying the ultimate price. Since he didn't want to gamble, since he didn't want to do the $250,000 bet to prove that the fake paperwork that he had at Tee Grizzley was real, and he's trying to avoid it, well, it looks like there are some people who are definitely gonna be following Wack 100 for the remainder of this saga that continues. So if you start seeing a lot more weird behavior from Wack 100, more dances, more weird videos of Wack 100 acting a little awkward, a little jittery, you know why? Alright, he is incredibly nervous. He doesn't know who's following him. He doesn't know when they're following him. As a matter of fact, I know for a good fact that Wack 100 is 1000% paranoid right about now, and nobody's gonna speak on it yet until something happens. I'm just saying. But gang, what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think the tables are about to turn on Wack? Are the doors closing in on McElroy Jones, champ? Hey, listen, I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, gang. Please and thank you. Also hit the like, also share the video, also make sure you're hitting that hype button because hype points help the channel in a major way. Also, I need you to subscribe to the Mayor's second channel, which is called Big Gotham, which is a fire channel with nearly 1,000 subscribers. Also, you should join the Mayor's Discord, which is called Big Gotham, which is a fire Discord with nearly 1,000 users, as well as joining the Mayor's Twitter community, which is called Showface News. Listen, all of those links are in the pinned comment. Make sure you click those links. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the Mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News is Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.